What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Platinum Podcast, where we talk about all things gaming, all things PlayStation, and all things trophies. I'm your host, Lewis, also known as PlatinumBro, and I am joined by my gorgeous as ever co-host, Joel, also known as GuyFarruski. How are you today, Joel?
I'm doing splendid today.
Oh, splendid.
Splendid.
Nice and sweet.
Yes.
So, as you can see, we also have another guest, and we are joined today by Iliya Kunin. How are you today, Iliya?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Double thumbs up, double thumbs up.
I'd do 3, but I've only got 2.
That is a common problem most humans have, not being able to get 3 thumbs up. So, before we get into the meat and gravy of the podcast, Joel, how are you settling in your new abode?
Yeah, this is nice. It feels good to settle down finally after so many weeks of moving and building furniture and breaking furniture whilst building furniture. It's been a good journey. It's been great.
Have you had the IKEA flat packs out?
Yeah, with the instructions that you just have to kind of wing it. They always give you like an extra couple of screws.
Twist it around and stuff, like which way is it? It's like it gives you like you have all these screws now, like A1, A2, A3, A4, B1. You're like, what? They all look the same.
And it's like A1 screws. There's 15 of them, and then you count them. There's like 17. It's like why are there 2 extra ones?
And you get like you get those little wooden like dowels, don't you? And you're like, there's meant to be 30, and there's only 4. Right. Well, just
good times. Good times.
I'm digging very much. I'm just holding the screwdriver because why not? It's my authoritative screwdriver.
I haven't actually got any tools here.
I also have the pen.
I'll finish with the tools.
What I'm really digging the background. I have to say, Iliya's got a fake background, but Joel, you've got the most superior natural one with that crisscross game thing.
This is fake as well. This is like a green screen. This isn't actually here.
God.
This is just a big green screen.
I am so silly. I'm so stupid. I think I need to get one just to join the green screen gang.
This is the new ones where you can actually. It looks like you're touching it. Like it looks like I'm moving it. But this is just a green screen. This isn't actually real.
It's like one of those green screens where it's like so real, it is real.
Yeah, it's from Elgato. By the way, if you guys want to sponsor this podcast, feel free to email us. All our details are down below.
You definitely should do that, Elgato, who definitely isn't going to watch it. Anyways, let's move on to the man of the hour. Yeah, I'll give you that title today, Iliya. So why don't you introduce yourself firstly? So I'll do it first, actually. All right. I've given a structure of how this podcast is going to go, and I've just already broken it in the first 2 minutes of the podcast. But that's how we roll on here. Keep things nice and loosey-goosey and keep everyone on their toes. So I'll describe you first, Iliya. You can then tell me what you think about my description. So Iliya is a fellow trophy hunter from the community and also a YouTuber who does a bit of videos on trophy hunting and trophy hunting topics, I would describe them as.
Yeah, that's fair description.
Anything else you'd add?
Well,
no. That's it. Okay, I'm a good descriptor. What can I say? So, trophy hunting then. Why do you trophy hunt? That's what everyone wants to know. Why do you collect those little shiny little trophies that don't matter to anybody?
All right, so that's the thing. I never really cared about them before, but I always had this. What can I say? Like the perfectionist side of me. Like in everything I do, I try to do it on the best side. Like whatever, like grades in school or whatever. And when I actually discovered, like when I actually bought my first PlayStation, I did notice them, but I didn't really care that much. But during the pandemic, because of course it was during the pandemic, I was playing The Last of Us Part 2, which was my first ever platinum, by the way. And after finishing the game, because it's an easy plat, right? I was like 70% in, and I was like, well, that's pretty close. Maybe I can do that. Because I was actually like every game I finished, I was like 20, maybe 25%. But here I felt like, well, maybe it's doable. So I looked up a guide and started looking, discovered PSN profiles for the first time.
Oh.
And looked up a guide and I was like, so I'm just missing collectibles at this point and a second playthrough. Well, I can do that. And to be honest, I was looking for an excuse to play the game again anyway. So I was like, well, let's just go for it. And after that, actually, like I felt like really accomplished, like gaming wise, for the first time. I was like, oh, that felt no good. I might try this out. I like that. So yeah.
So did you 100% The Last of Us Part 2?
Oh,
Yeah,
here
I
we
did.
go.
You did?
Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was so ready to throw something. If you're going to say no, I was going to just grab this book and just go, God damn it! And just throw it really over dramatically. Now I can't do that. You've taken that from me, Ilya.
You still can.
That's
And
true.
say, hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Behind the couch, and my dog's just got a fright. Awesome. And now he's trying to get out of the back of the couch. Leave it.
Well done.
Okay, cool. Okay, on that then. What's your completion percentage? Not that it matters, but just out of curiosity.
75%.
That's pretty good. So you do finish pretty much all the games you... Since then, have you started finishing all the games you play?
I want to say yes, but no. There are a couple of games I actually didn't finish. There are a couple of games I am planning on going back. I did mess up a couple of times. I did start a couple of games that were actually unobtainable. I did make a mistake of syncing my old PS3 with my old trophies, which was a mess, to be honest. So I got like one trophy in GTA 5 PS3, one trophy in Red Dead Redemption 1, one trophy in Uncharted 3 PS3, and I'm like, why did I do that?
I can't have to text Joel and be like, we need to end this call. This guy.
But yeah, other than that, I think I have like 10, 12 games I didn't get the platinum. I didn't go for 100% in a lot of games, to be honest.
To be
But
fair,
I'm going to.
Ilya has a YouTube channel, and he has a YouTube video which he talks about games that he hasn't finished. So if you want to watch that, you want to find out more information, you can do that. It sounds like, though, you've got like a better grasp on your ability to walk away from games than I do, by the sounds of it. You can say enough's enough and go, I'm not finishing that game anymore.
Yeah, I think so. That's something I was actually really struggling at some point. Like when I was like going really hardcore after it, I was pretty much forcing myself to finish every single game I started. And it got to the point where I was like, come on, why am I doing this to myself? It's not fun. I don't want to do that. It's like pretty much like, enough is enough.
You have like an epiphany moment, don't you, where you kind of like look. I was thinking of myself, look myself in the mirror, I'm just like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
I always think it's the same as like when you're drinking, and it's like you get really drunk, you wake up the next day, you feel like absolute death, and then you're like, I'm never drinking again. But you do afterwards. It's the same as my relationship with Trophy. It's like, I hate this game, I'm going to put it away, never touch it again. And the next day I wake up like, maybe I'll just platinum that game again.
Is that your relationship with Devil May Cry 5?
Yeah, I've actually made a lot of progress, but we'll save that for the next.
Nice.
For the
That's
next
juicy.
section.
You've got some juicy stuff to tell us today, guys.
I do.
Okay, on that then, we'll go back to Ilya. So, what other type of games you like to play?
Well, my favorite type of games would be probably story-driven action-adventure games, which maybe sound kind of basic. I don't know, but what can I say?
You can't knock a good story. Come on.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like my favorite franchises of all time, like Uncharted, The Last of Us, God of War, Spider-Man,
Yeah,
Horizon Zero Dawn. Like those are my type of games. I do enjoy survival horror games as well. I really love Resident Evil games, which I should go back in Platinum 01, Code Veronica, and all those games. I didn't play them yet.
You should play 6, it's a great game.
Sorry?
You should play Resident Evil 6. Highly recommend it.
Oh yeah, for Platinum, right?
Yeah, 100%. Go for the
100%,
DLC
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
I was gonna say the platinum isn't actually that bad. I think it's the DLC that's the Herculean task.
If I'm honest, I was thinking about like just straight up skipping RE5 or RE6, maybe just playing for the story like on the alt account.
Oh, you got to play 5. You got to play 5. 5's
Really?
okay, especially the end where Chris Redfield punches that boulder.
Oh,
It's worth going through the whole
Spoilers,
game
man.
just for that.
Yeah,
But
there's
yeah,
actually a
true.
joke about it in RE Village, by the way.
Yeah, there is, yeah. I mean, yeah, you should. It's worth it. Just for that.
Spoilers. I've not played Village.
You just ruined 5.
Yeah, but 5's like.
But I played 5.
Like,
Doesn't
well, I mean,
matter.
like, everybody should have played 5. I played it.
Come
yeah,
on, man!
who
I just
cares?
said there's a joke about it. There's no spoilers about it.
Yeah, exactly. God, come on. Okay, we'll move on to. Finally, we'll ask you just quickly. I know you're in the hot seat right now and you're being grilled intensely.
That's fine.
But what about YouTube then? What made you start your trophy hunting YouTube channel?
That's
Boredom.
actually a pretty funny story, to
Oh.
be fair. Yeah, I was doing grounded runs on The Last of Us, the one remastered PS4. And that's the thing, right? I told you I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So when I was doing my grounded runs, I was trying to do them like without using a single bullet, like without using guns and without taking damage. So I was like, well, I mean, I'm doing this cool stuff. Like I might as well record it because there have been sections I spent like literally like an hour or two to get through without taking damage. Or so like, well, I might record it as well. And I just got my PS5 and it records footage anyway. So I was like, okay, well, I might do that. After finishing that game, I didn't upload for about a month. And obviously no one watched it because, no one watches Let's Plays. Let's be real. Yeah. And my friend actually convinced me to attempt Max Payne 3. I was like, well, this one I have to record. There was this section on PSN profiles. And there's a topic like share your New York Minute hardcore fails. I was like, yeah, that would be probably like something fun to record and like record your reaction as well to failing. It's basically a permadeath run, right? Like,
yeah,
I did die like 2 hours in. I was like, so I decided to record that, and I actually got a capture card because it's a PS3 game. And yeah, so I recorded those runs, uploaded them as well. Those actually did get some views, which was kind of surprising, to be honest. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I should start doing like gaming challenges, stuff like that, like bigger challenges, like bigger channels, like Dante Ravioli or Meat and Squad, like stuff like that. That was my initial concept for that. So I was like, well, let's do Wolfenstein New Colossus. Great idea. No, it didn't pan out. So I did Wolfenstein New Order, uploaded that, and one day I was playing Payday 2, I think, with my friend Gunga, and he was like, and we were talking, he was about to start Last of Us Part 2. And because at that point I beat it like 5 times already, I had like a lot of info a lot of tips, a lot of info to give him. And he was like, and he told me like, oh, you should probably make a video about it, like give people some tips and tricks. Like, I was like, huh. It's like a light bulb going off, like, huh.
By Joey's got it.
I was like, well, you know what? I might actually do that. So I did that video. It was terrible. It still is terrible. Okay, let's be fair. Like it was actually my first like video I properly edited. Like before that, it was basically like straight up gameplay. So yeah, it was pretty bad. Like my voiceover was bad. My camera work was bad. My B-roll was bad. Everything was bad about it. But it started, I actually like discovered that I actually really like doing it. So I did again and again and again and again, started doing trophy stuff as well. I started with top 10 platinum lists. They got some views, got some traction. And
so what made you do that video? What made you go from like the Let's Players to going, I'm going to go full on? Because really, like guys, if you haven't checked out Iliya's channel, it is pretty much like 100% trophy stuff, just like mine. So what made you decide to make that first video?
It was something I was enjoying pretty much, like, right? I was enjoying getting platinum trophies anyway, and I was doing it pretty hardcore at that point. It was like March 2021, like 5 months ago. It was at the point when I was like really going after platinums. So like, well, I do kind of understand it. I do know, like, I thought I felt like I have some knowledge to share, and I was enjoying doing that. So I was like, well.
What he really wants to say is he looked at your channel, Lewis, and he was like, well, if he can do it, I can do it. And so he did.
That's true, to be fair. That's pretty much what most people probably think when they see my videos.
I mean, to be fair, Luis, I was watching your channel like long before I started. I think I discovered it when you were like below 1,000 subs. I was never commenting. But the thing is, like, I never knew how YouTube works. And I was under the impression that like the comments never get really noticed. I was never like really paying attention to them. So I was like, I was never commenting. I was one of those guys who like lurking around but never commenting. Yeah,
ghosting me. How dare
like
you.
Only after starting YouTube, I actually started leaving comments because I was, people would actually like interact with me. It's kind of fun.
I was the same, to be fair. I still don't really comment on bigger YouTube channels. Like, I watch a lot of bigger channels, like 50,000 plus, not loads, but I don't normally comment because I know like they're not going to see them. But like when I watch like people's small channels who I know are going to reply, I always comment if I watch the video, just because it's good for the algorithm to help them out. But also, it's good to know that, especially with small channels, that it's good to know for them to know that you're watching their stuff and just
that's true, supporting
them, because support each other. YouTube is a community. It's not just it's not a single person race.
Yeah, I usually just like put my link on there.
Yeah, of course.
Come subscribe.
Sub for sub.
Yeah.
Please follow me.
Like for like.
Like for like. That's it. That's all I do it for. Like for like, bros. Don't do that.
I'm just creating fake accounts and commenting on my own videos. Like, it's getting boring, to be honest. Like, come on, like I'm creating 10 new accounts every day. It's like
just Iliya Kunin 1.
Come on, guys.
Is there another way to do YouTube? Like,
I don't know, man. That's what I've been doing anyway.
I'm sure I'm not the only one with like 1,000 emails.
Well, yeah, man.
Guys,
I have like this logbook with all my emails,
and all your passwords.
passwords, and everything. Yeah,
Passwords just.
like I need to log in every day, like leave comments on my own videos. Come on,
It's hard work, to be fair. That's why YouTube's so hard. That's why
It
takes
is hard
so long.
work.
You know, spending so much time logging on our fake accounts just to boost our views.
yeah. Basically, like I'm spending 10 minutes on making a video and then like 8 hours commenting on it. That's pretty much my days.
That's where the grind comes from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's hard. All right, what we'll do is we'll move on to our what games have we been playing. So in this section, obviously, we talk about the games we've been playing. So Joel, you had something juicy for us.
I did.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing Rayman Legends.
Oh, really?
I have, yeah. But I've mostly been playing Devil May Cry 5. As always, I'm getting close to it. I can smell the platinum now. I can smell it.
You can almost
smell it.
taste it.
I'm like halfway through mission 15 now. Everything below that is all S ranked on every difficulty. So I'm 5 missions away.
Wow.
Which is it's getting to me because I'm starting to like mess up a lot now because you know
So close.
I'm close and I'm getting that those nerves and my hands are sweaty, knees weak, I'm on spaghetti. So it's challenging.
This is like a year in the works, isn't it? I'm sure you did this time last year. Longer.
Oh yeah, way longer. I've been wanting to platinum this game ever since I got it. So when it got released, but I've been going on and off.
Year 2018?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, it was. It was. I remember streaming this game when I was still active on Twitch.
And all your 4 viewers telling you that you suck.
My 4 viewers, that 3 of them were my alternate accounts.
was it just you playing the game in total silence?
Yeah.
3 hours?
Just raging.
Just foaming, just red, face red, but not saying anything.
The camera was like there. All you could see was like my face. I didn't even have a light. It was just turned off. You could just see the glare from like the screen.
That's how you make good Twitch content, guys.
That is how you make good Twitch content.
So have you got any more trophies then?
No. That's the horrible thing. The only trophies I have left is to finish the game on the hardest difficulty and then S rank all the missions, and then the other 3 is to like unlock everyone's skills.
What about a trophy for doing the Bloody Palace?
Oh, that's not part of the platinum, my friend.
Yeah, but you don't think you're so far into it now. You've mastered the game to such a high standard. It would just make sense to spend another 10 hours doing the Bloody Palace trophies.
No.
Guys, come on. Viewers, get behind me and tell Joel you should be doing the Bloody Palace DLC. The thing is, you spend 200 hours on this game, 300 hours on this game. What's another 10 hours? To 100% a game. Iliya, what do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, you have a point, man.
This is coming from a guy. This is coming from somebody still not platinum Red Dead Redemption 2. After we've been talking about this since we started this podcast.
Well, you know what? I don't care. Red Dead is shit. It's not shit. It's just the trophy list is bullshit.
It's easier than Devil May Cry 5. Yeah, it just takes longer.
I didn't say it was difficult. It's just horrendously dirty and grindy and
it's
horrible.
Filth. Especially those gold medals that give you just like a silver trophy.
Yeah, they've changed that now. You know, since you did it, Joel. Now you get like you don't do the gold replay them. You get like way better guns and stuff. So it's like totally more doable now. So
yeah, I remember when I platinumed that game, it was a 0.1 rare.
Now it's like 4.
Oh, yeah, I was gutted.
Not surprised.
I should have waited. All those hours just like aimlessly on the wasteland of the online, just killing deer.
Just riding your horse in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Just like... What about you, Iliya? What have you been playing this week? Month? Whatever.
Well, I've been playing a couple of games, actually. I did finish Alien Isolation a few weeks ago. Bravo. And I haven't really played any other games since. I did go back to Far Cry 3 a few days ago, PS3 version. Because I did start it like a few months ago. I did the online part because I was worried that the servers would be shut down and I wanted to platinum this game. So I did the online portion in April. And now I actually went back and I started working on the single player part. But like I'm not rushing to be fair. Like I'm kind of taking it casually.
How are you finding it, Far Cry 3?
It's pretty good, man. I played it first time when I think 2013, like back in the day, like on PC still when I had like my crappy laptop, like that. Well,
wow.
Yeah.
I've been speaking to like my brother's a big gamer as well, but he's on Xbox. I have mentioned this a few times, and he's Far Cry 5 came on Game Pass very recently. And he's quite a big Ubisoft fan, so we have this clash all the time about how I don't like Assassin's Creed and he likes it. Like on a weekly occurrence, I'll just message him out the blue and just go, Assassin's Creed shit. And anyway, but he's like, oh no, it's not, blah blah blah. He's got some valid points, whatever. But we talk about Far Cry and he was just texting like, Far Cry 5 is the worst game I've ever played. It is so dull, so boring. Everything about it just makes you want to blow your brains out. And I was like, yeah, fair.
Actually, I did try to finish Far Cry 5.
Good or not?
Yeah, but not on PlayStation. I did it on PC. I did like 100%. Not trophies, not trophy-wise, but like story and side missions and collectibles and all.
You may have shaved your beard off, but you're still clearly a neck-bearded heart.
That's true.
That's the redneck one, isn't it? The Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
The crazy religious dude.
Yeah.
I played Far Cry 3 last year, the remastered classic edition, so there's no online trophies. I feel like it just suffers from like being good 10 years ago. I just think it's not good now. I think it's quite plain. Like I'm playing a few games. I'm playing a game that came out probably very similar time, and which I'll talk about later on. I do think Far Cry 3 is quite empty, and I think it's quite repetitive. And I don't know. I think at the time Vast was cool, but I don't really dig the whole first-person gun open world thing where you just have parachutes and cars, and it's just nah.
I mean, to be fair, I do really enjoy Far Cry 3, but you have a point. It doesn't hold up as well as I remembered it. Let's put it that way. And by the way, that's my third time completing this game, right? I have a Platinum on PS4 version, so I'm doing like PS3 now as well. Yeah, so I'm pretty familiar. And PS3 version is bad. Like frame rate is bad, resolution is bad. It's not great. But
good old PS3.
It's the loading screens that just kill me now. Going from PlayStation 5 to PS3, it's like you go from a 2-second loading screen to like 2 minutes. It's like
yeah, that's true. We got spoiled, to be fair. Yeah, we got really spoiled.
On that, will you platinum The Witcher 3 when it comes to PS5?
Who are you asking?
You.
I'm thinking. I've thought about this quite extensively, to be fair, and I'm thinking no. And here's why. Because I think it'll... No, wait. Let me finish. I think it'll have an auto-pop platinum, which will mean it's a very, very common platinum. So I'd rather play it on PlayStation 4. So I think I'm probably going to just... Because I've got the Game of the Year edition. I think I'm just going to platinum it on PS4 maybe next year. Because I just don't want to like put 200 hours of my life into this game. I think it's like a 7% rare trophy. Pretty good. On PlayStation 5, it'd be like 20% common. Because loads of people... You'll have probably like tens of thousands of people who are just going to auto-pop that platinum straight away. I just don't want to spend all that time. It's the same with Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7 on the PS4 is like a 12% rare trophy, but on the PS5 it's like a 35% common platinum. And I just feel like my goal is to get more rarer trophies, and if I have to play a game on PS4 instead of PS5 to have that, even though it's the same game almost, I am prepared to do that.
Yeah, I'm probably going to platinum it on PS4 as well.
4, what?
4. I've done it. I've done the Game of the Year edition, but I've not done the standard version. It's a stain. I don't mind doing it again. I miss playing The Witcher 3, so I think I'll
do
it with the
got a
normal
platinum,
version.
Ilya?
Actually, don't.
Boo!
Yeah, I know.
Get him off.
Do you have the platinum?
No. Get me off as well. Joel, you can finish the podcast by yourself.
Oh, thank God. All right, so today we're talking about Naruto.
So, have you played it though, Ilya?
Actually, didn't.
You should definitely play Witcher 3.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of here!
I think I started it for like 15 minutes, and I'm not sure why I didn't continue.
Someone needs to go to Ilya's house and argue him.
I can relate.
Response.
I can relate. I don't think I enjoyed The Witcher 3 when I first played it until the second time where I gave it a chance. And I think it was because I started the game on Deathmatch, and I was just getting destroyed by the first what they called the
first enemy.
Yeah,
the guys in the swamps.
No, before that.
Oh, right.
Like when you wake up with Vesemir in the woods and those creatures attack. I can't remember what they're called now.
I can't either. It's been a while since I played it, about 5 years.
They hang around corpses anyway, and there's only like 6 of them. I was just getting wrecked by them, and I was like, I don't like this game.
I'm out.
One
of my friends said they were recently like they went to play Witcher. They played about 20 hours, and they were like, I just can't get into it. And then I was like, what? And bear in mind, this is a person who plays RPGs, and then they played it again last year, and we're like, I finished it 130 hours. Yeah. Didn't like max it, but like went for the pretty much to finish the whole game. And I was like, yeah, see, it's freaking awesome.
It is a pretty low, slow start though. To be fair, there isn't a lot to do in White Orchid.
I think Witcher 3, and I know we're talking about this game all the time, but I feel like now, after playing Ghost of Tsushima, I think Witcher 3, I don't know how you feel about this, Joe, but I feel like Witcher 3 was like the combination of loads of RPGs before it, and I think that's what Ghost of Tsushima was. Ghost of Tsushima was like a combination of all the good open world games, and it was like at its peak, and I think that's just what Witcher 3 was like the peak of RPG, but they didn't really do anything particularly new. Everything had already been done before.
Definitely not. It makes it's like you say, it's what games should be is pick up what other games do well and just put it all into one game. They didn't innovate in any way, shape, or form, but what they do put in the game, they perfect. Okay,
we'll quickly move on because we're already like falling behind now. I have played Lord of the Rings War in the North, so we're doing this challenge for those who aren't aware of my Discord. Because I'm really vain, and it's my Discord, I've called it like the PlatinumBro difficulty challenge, and because I'm playing Eagle Maniac, and the idea is that you start with a game that's a 1 out of 10 difficulty, you do a 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, all the way to a 10 out of 10. So I'm on my 3 out of 10 at the moment, which is Lord of the Rings War in the North. PlayStation 3 game. I love Lord of the Rings. It's like probably my second favourite universe behind like Marvel, and it is a solid 3-person co-op game, meaning some of the mods did the online trophies. It's just a really fun hack-and-slash RPG. Highly recommend it to anybody who loves Lord of the Rings.
So as good as Return of the King?
Oh, well, come on. Definitely can't. Nah, Return of the King is the one. Return of the King is so. I remember it being so good anyway.
It was.
Look, Return of the King. I remember Return of the King having quite versatile combat. This game has okay combat, but it's not as complex as Return of the King was. Even though I just pressed X the whole time as a kid.
I did.
Every now and then the triangle was like up and down with Aragon.
Yeah, anyone with a shield would get the triangle.
You could like parry and instant kill and stuff, you know. I never ever did that. Yeah. Ever. If you press like, you could like instant. Oh, badass game. I remember just throwing the spears, one shot the trolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that game.
You're just like, what are you talking about, you nerd?
Yeah, actually, I never played those games.
Good God.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
What have you played? We'll find out in our next round, which is going to be get to know our guests. So, Joel, let's get our quizzes up.
Let's.
Ilya has forewarned me. I haven't got mine up because I'm such a professional. Joel, keep the people busy.
So, Ilya.
Yeah.
What famous other games have you not played?
Oh man, probably most of them, to be fair.
Every game.
Really? Are you very like picky with your games? Was it
the thing is, I did come up to this like gaming thing like more seriously only recently. So I'm still kind of catching up. I was always gaming, but I did take a pretty significant break for a couple of years. So
on a scale of dwarf to giant, how big is your backlog?
Oof. Yeah, I think about 150 games at this point.
That's not too bad.
That's definitely a Tower of Sauron. That's not even a giant. Eye of Sauron.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not planning to play every single one of those like anytime soon, but
just interests.
Yeah, just interest in, and they are in my library. So
I have the same.
That's one elephant of a backlog you've got there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guess the reference. I'd be really shocked if you didn't guess a reference. I have the quiz up now, so we're going to do our get to know our guest quiz. In this section, me and Joel take turns rapid firing questions to Ilya. I don't think we need a timer, Joel, to be fair, because we usually get through them in under 5 minutes. So let's just go through all the questions. Ilya did warn me. He sent me a very weary text before we started saying, by the way, I don't know anything about anime, so if Joel asks me things about anime, I won't know them. And I was like, that's fine. I'll just not tell Joel, and he'll just ask it anyway.
Yeah, just wing it.
Just wing it, yeah.
Just wing it.
So that's how
now that I know, I'll ask it anyway. So.
Yeah, well, I knew if I told him, you'd ask it anyway, so here we are.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, clear my throat. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Prepared? You know how it works. For those who don't know, all we do is I ask you a question. It's a yes or no, or a very short 2 or 3 word answer. Okay. Mortal Kombat, Tekken, or Street Fighter?
I don't care. I don't play fighting games.
God damn it!
I know. I'm terrible.
Godzilla or King Kong?
Godzilla.
Sly Cooper or Ty the Tasmanian Tiger?
Sly Cooper.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4?
PlayStation 4.
Jack and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank.
Nintendo Switch or Nintendo GameCube?
Nintendo Switch.
Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon.
RPG or linear story?
Linear story.
How many platinum trophies do you have?
78.
Damn, son. Favorite game series?
The Last of Us.
Favorite superhero?
No, there's only one right answer here.
Well, Spider-Man. Come on.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good choice.
Yeah. Well,
Astrobot or Sackboy?
Astrobot.
Favorite game developer?
Naughty Dog.
Pizza or burger?
Pizza.
What was your first ever platinum trophy?
The Last of Us Part 2.
Do you know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh?
No.
God damn it! No one knows how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's so offensive. Uncharted or The Last of Us?
The Last of Us.
South Park or Family Guy?
South Park.
Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland?
I'm gonna say Tom Holland.
Well, fair play. Favorite action film?
Back to the Future Part 2, is it action?
You can have it. You can have it. It's not, but you can have it.
Bit of everything.
Oh, no.
Devil May Cry or Resident Evil?
Resident Evil.
Name a game that you think everybody should play at least once.
Oof, that's a tough one, to be fair.
Tension. You give you 5 seconds, then you're gonna have to pass. 5.
The Last of Us. I'm gonna
4.
say.
You're doing a Nathan from Platinum's way. You just said Metal Gear Solid for everything. You're just saying The Last of Us.
Well, what can I say?
I've lost my question. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no? The Last of Us.
I'm gonna go with no.
My God.
But I did try it. It was fine.
Crash Bandicoot or Spyro?
Crash Bandicoot.
Do you like horror games?
Yes.
This is always, every time I read this, I'm like, I shouldn't ask it. This is just a stupid question, but winter or summer?
Winter.
FIFA or PES, which is now known as eFootball. We should change that.
We should change that.
I don't play football games, but if I have to pick, it's gonna be FIFA.
Favorite console of all time?
PlayStation 4.
It's a good console. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Chidori or Rasengan?
Haven't played them.
That's not a game, by the way.
Oh, I knew that, obviously.
Favorite fast food?
Pizza?
Goku or Vegeta?
The second one. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Vegeta, okay. Best PS4 exclusive? Last of Us doesn't count because it was a remaster.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Uncharted 4.
Well, favorite PS3 game?
Well,
I wonder.
what could it possibly be?
Okay, next we'll skip on from that one. Ubisoft or EA?
Ubisoft. You know what? No, actually EA.
I'm feeling EA, even though it pains me to say. Favorite PS2 game?
I never had a PS2.
Did you have an Xbox or any sort of console that generation?
My first ever console was PlayStation 3 in 2013. Fair. By the way, yeah, I was mainly like PC guy before.
Okay,
yeah.
First person shooter or RPG?
First person shooter, probably.
Favorite mascot console character?
Crash Bandicoot.
Dragon Age or Mass Effect?
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. Final question: single player or multiplayer?
Single player all the way.
So many introverts who don't like talking to people on this podcast, Joel. Okay, that's done. Bravo. You survived.
Those are a lot of questions. You've got a lot more questions.
Yeah, I know.
than
I'm thinking that.
Jesus. Should we?
Well, you know, I am the host. Do what I want. Anyway, you add like 2 questions. Usually, I add like 2 or 3 questions new every week, and I just don't even know what they are until you say them. So.
Yeah, I actually haven't added anything now, but I am going to now.
Okay.
I just need to think.
I'm going to leave you, Iliya, in the capable hands of my co-host GuyFarruski while he grills you some more.
Okay. So, are you ready?
No, but let's do it anyway.
You know what they call me?
Joe, GuyFarruski.
No, the AKA. Go on, Lewis. You know you want to say it.
Fastest tongue in the West.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
God,
Do you know who gave me that name? Me.
Okay. I was going to answer that as well. I'm glad.
Yeah, where were your dirty minds going? I don't know where they were going. Anyway, all right. Favorite anime?
Yeah, that's a problem, actually.
Just any.
Actually answering.
You've never watched any
One
at
Punch
all.
Man.
Yes!
There you go. Name a game you'd platinum again. No.
Come on.
Yeah.
You know the answer for that one.
Next. Favorite super villain?
That's a good one.
Five, 4, 3, 2. Wait,
And a
that's
half.
and a half. 1. Pass.
Ah, damn. I'm sorry.
Easy
Definitely
game or hard game?
Hard game.
Nintendo DS or PS Vita?
PS Vita.
Favorite alcoholic drink?
Probably a beer.
Oh, nice choice. I thought you were going to say vodka for some reason.
Nah. What, because I'm Russian? Come on.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Damn! Dropping the hard R on the podcast.
Platinum trophy you're most proud of?
Max Payne 3.
Really? Sure it's
Hell
not,
yeah.
You sure it's not the last?
Well,
I
I mean,
think-
I am proud of that one, but come on, Max Payne
If I
3,
had
man.
platinumed that game, I would just tell everybody that I'd platinumed Max Payne 3. I'd be like, shake people's hands at work and be like, I've platinumed Max Payne 3.
Yeah, but have you platinum Devil May Cry 5? No.
Have you? No one has.
But I will.
I'll be real.
favorite GTA game?
Vice City.
Rambo or Rocky?
Rambo.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Favorite comedy film?
Hot Fuzz, maybe.
Oh, what a shout.
That's a good shout.
That's like my number 2 or 3.
I've lost my question. Oh, yeah. Name a game you want a sequel for.
Days
Last of
Gone.
Us.
Days
Sorry.
Gone.
Yeah.
I've not played it yet, but I've heard it. End
Actually, I said it because I know that we're not getting one soon. You know,
Yeah.
Sony, if you're listening.
sad times.
Yeah.
Sad times. Bloodborne or Dark Souls?
Bloodborne. Which, by the way, I didn't play it, both of them yet. But
I've not
I am
played
planning
Bloodborne
on.
yet.
But I'm planning on.
This podcast is over. I got
Bollock.
places I need to be. Favorite game genre?
Action adventure.
Persona or Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy.
Old Kratos or new Kratos?
New Kratos.
Saitama or Superman?
Don't know the first one, so I'm gonna go with Superman.
So One Punch Man or Superman?
Superman.
You've clearly not watched the anime. Far Cry or Assassin's Creed?
Far Cry.
Sasuke or Naruto?
Naruto.
GuyFarruski or PlatinumBro?
Ah, come on, don't make me. I'm not gonna answer that. Come on, I don't want to.
You have to.
You have to.
Nah, come on.
It makes
I'm not doing
everyone.
that.
It makes everyone so uncomfortable all of the time. Well done, Joe. Bravo.
I try. Well, we all know the answer is going to be GuyFarruski. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's no debate. See, you said that's true. That's a point for
You
me.
can have it.
Blood of Zeus. Blood of Zeus or a bag of shit to the face?
That's such a confusing question if you haven't heard
Yeah,
of that TV series.
Yeah, actually, I have no idea.
It's a TV series.
Yeah.
A bad one.
If you don't know the answer, I'll answer it for you. You're better off going with a bag of shit to the face. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's nice, fast, it's over quickly. Blood of Zeus, it's like 8 hours of just
Yeah.
awful.
And you can
Yeah.
you can always wash off turd, but you can't wash off the memories of Blood of Zeus.
That's true.
So,
It still haunts me today.
yeah. I cry about
Lord
it
of-
most nights.
Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones?
Lord of the Rings.
Carnage or Venom?
Venom.
Game you would remaster?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's been done already. That's been done already.
But honestly, probably Uncharted, like the original Uncharted, 2007 one. I think it didn't age really well, so
It
It
needs
should
to be
done
remain-
at some point.
It's been remastered already, though, isn't it?
like a rebuild.
No, but like
a remake.
yeah, and
Or
also
reboot.
like we were hearing rumors about GTA Vice City, 3 and San Andreas. That would actually be really cool to have.
If they're going to rebuild it properly, I think that's a genius idea. We'll talk about it in a minute though. Come back to that.
YouTube or television?
YouTube.
Do you want to boost with me?
Hell yeah.
I forgot that's in here.
It's gotta be. Do you have a PS5?
I do,
Good for you. Last of Us on a pizza, yes or no?
of course.
That's it.
What did you say? That Last of Us on a pizza?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, fair.
Like I really meant like the fungus that kind of changes you into a runner.
Yeah, fair.
yeah, I'll take it. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Well done, bravo. Done. Bravo, you survived, Ilya. I'll give you a 7 out of
Naruto.
Naruto. Yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah, it's all effort, all effort.
A
Can we-
7 out of Rasengan.
Yeah. Let's revisit GTA. I just want to say that I think that's a genius move by Rockstar. If they think, okay, we need to lengthen the online of GTA 5 even further, but people are getting restless. People need a game, so what we'll do is we'll rebuild like Grand Theft Auto Vice City or something, a completely not remaster, like complete rebuild of it. Because then they'll keep GTA Online on GTA 5, but then they could have like a GTA Vice City, and they could probably keep people happy for another 4 years or something ridiculous like that.
Don't give them ideas.
I know some guys
Stop!
heard it.
Stop!
Rockstar are too smart. They already know this. They know they're like the top tier monetization and money grabbing developer. They know how to make games. There's no
Never.
way. They're
We're
miles
never
ahead of
getting-
us.
We're never getting GTA 6.
Nah.
Never.
So yeah, I mean, I would take that over nothing. But I said someone actually asked me this on a Q&A, which will be out before this, and I said remaster. Don't really care because they've already been remastered anyway, and they haven't aged well because they're so old. Well, maybe they have aged well, but they're so old. It's really jarring. The controls are just not great. And I think
They could add like little elements. I like the elements in the RPG elements in San Andreas. Where you get fat or get muscly. I was gutted they took that off in GTA 4, where they could have put it in and made it so much better.
What I meant, was more like the driving, the actual gameplay. It feels janky and old, and I think in remaster, it's just too long ago. Whereas a remake would be insane. And to be fair, it'd be such a money grab. It'd be such a success if they remade San Andreas or Vice City.
When you mentioned the driving, it just reminded me of like when you were driving like super fast and you jump out of the car and you just roll twice and then you're fine. You have like that much of health taken off you and you're fine.
Yeah,
great game. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about our topic. So our topic is the best games we collectively have played in 2021. So we aren't talking about what? Yes.
You're probably going to answer my question. I'll let you proceed.
We are not talking about games that came out in 2021.
Yeah.
That was the question.
That was my question.
I've told you like 4 times already. We're not talking about games that came out in 2021. We're talking about the games we've played. Trophy Hunters have this problem of always being in like a couple months, if not years, behind everybody else because we're always trying to finish those games. So I've asked everybody to pick a couple of games that they've played that this year that they think have been absolutely stellar, perfect, amazing, if you will, games. So on that, Ilya, what is one of the best games you've played so far this year?
I have 2 on my mind at the moment. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I actually really enjoyed it. It's a really solid game. It was a bit easy, like Platinum Trophy wise, but it was still super fun. I still really enjoyed it, so I do think they deserve this praise. And the second game I played, which is actually kind of funny because both of the games did come out in 2021. Actually,
yeah, I was going to say that so much for Trophy Hunters being behind. Like,
it's got money to spend. This kid.
We're not that behind.
No, but that's the thing, right? When you're doing YouTube, you are trying to actively actually like play new games.
Only some of us.
Some of you might be.
Yeah. So, and the second one is actually Resident Evil Village. I really like Resident Evil series, so I did really properly enjoy this game.
Going back to Ratchet and Clank, how long did the platinum take? I've had 7 hours to platinum.
I think it did take me a bit longer because I was taking my time. I was having fun with it, so I think it was like around 12 hours for me, something like that.
It does look amazing, to be fair.
Yeah.
Graphically, it just every time I see footage, I'm just like, wow.
It
looks really good.
Was it worth the full price you paid for it or not?
I think it's debatable, right? Because I did really enjoy the game. It is really well made. It is really polished. It did work. Like I didn't have any bugs or glitches. Nothing. It worked like straight up like day one without any issues, which is something we can't really take for granted these days, which is kind of annoying to be fair, but it is what it is. But is it worth £70 for 12 hours games? I'm a bit on the fence. I would probably like, in retrospective, I would probably advise to wait for sale.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, if it's worth it to you, that's all that really matters.
It was worth for me, but I don't think it would be worth for other people, right? I would get it for 40 or maybe 50 on sale, which it will be eventually, right? Like
I'm probably not even going to pay for that much for it, to be honest.
Really?
Nah. I don't know. I just think this year, in terms of gaming, there's not been a game that's grabbed me. I know Resident Evil came out, and I know Ratchet & Clank came out, but I can't really think of any other games that have come out. Hades has just come out yesterday, the day of recording this. I've just got that in the post. I'm very looking forward to playing that. And it's crazy to think that the game I've been looking forward to all year, the only game I've pre-ordered this year was Hades. And that's because the game has already been out on Switch, so you know what you're getting with it. And I think it's just crazy that they were almost at the end of, halfway through August, and there's like been one game this year that's actually excited me. So it's been a bit slow this year, I would have said.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm still really waiting for Horizon Forbidden West and the God of War Ragnarok. Like I'm super pumped for those games, but they are delayed to 2022, unfortunately, which is fine. To be fair, like I don't mind the games being delayed. Like we saw what happened with Cyberpunk, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want another one of those.
No. I'll probably pick up those games at launch, to be fair. I probably will pre-order both of those games.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Same
I'm
for
looking
me.
forward to playing both of those games. They'll be incredible, especially God of War. The thing is, though, it's like those games will be the PlayStation 5 rectified and in its glory, and it's just gonna look so fantastic. Joel's like, I want it for PS4. You got I'm
gonna pre-order these games.
Only because you know you have faith in the developer.
Good for you.
Hey, you have a PS5 by then? In a year's time? Come on.
Maybe. I don't know. I may just be one of those people that, just for argument's sake, I'll just be that YouTuber that still hasn't got PS5. I'll skip the generation. I'll just go to PS6.
Good shout. I think my PlayStation 5 is actually broke. I don't know if I've told you, Joel.
Really?
I've had a lot of issues. I've never had any issues with the console before ever. And my PS5 controller broke after about 50 hours of gameplay, and now my disc tray is completely broken. So, that's not. It works, but it basically doesn't remove discs when it's in vertical. I have to tilt it. When I tilt it on its side, the disc comes out.
Have you opened it?
Yeah. And when you try and unscrew it, the screw is doesn't work, so you can't manually unscrew it either.
Are you using the right screwdriver?
I am. It just you turn it and just nothing comes out. You're like, But maybe the console's got to be on for it to work. But I didn't want to tilt it on its side when it was on. Maybe that's why. Now I'm thinking.
You'd probably be all right.
But it's annoying because I'm gonna probably have to send it away to get fixed. And I know somebody. I just saw someone on Twitter saying that they sent their console away. It took 15 weeks to get fixed.
15?
15 weeks to get fixed.
Send it away, and then by the time you get it back, I'll probably have one anyway.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. I can't send it away because I'll have nothing to play. I won't have a PS3. I'm thinking, because I am feeling the Xbox Series X this year, so I think I'm going to pick that up, try and pick it up as soon as I can, to be fair. And then when I get that, I'll probably send it away.
Borrow my PS4 if you want.
Oh yeah, well, you're going to play PS3?
I've got two. I've got a Pro. And then I got the...
For super boosting, for bro boosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
fair.
That's what I do. 50 alternate accounts.
Well, you've got it, haven't you? What about you, Joe? What games have you played this year which you think have been some of the best games?
I mean, the standout one for me has got to be Ghost of Tsushima.
Mine as well.
I know we spoke about it, but it's like we said. Well, it doesn't give you anything new. Well, it kind of does. Like the combat, the samurai combat is on point. The movements, the stances is just on point. I know you've got Sekiro, which kind of has that style, but it really pinpoints down the samurai style of combat in Ghost of Tsushima, which I think is great. But apart from that, they don't really introduce anything new, but they do it well.
In Legends, I want to say, because I know you haven't played Legends, a lot of you guys who might have played Legends, in Legends mode, the classes, you can only have maximum 2 stances, so rather than having all 4, and I actually think it changes the game so much because you can't beat everybody. Ghost of Tsushima becomes too easy towards the end because when you have all 4 stances, you can fight every single person.
Yeah.
It's different. It becomes really easy. Even I played the game on the second hardest difficulty, and I was just running through the game at the end with all the gadgets and stuff. On Legends, you have all your gadgets limited down, so basically you can only have 2 gadgets instead of 8, and 2 stances max, usually only 1. So it makes you tackle problems so much more differently. If you're good against shields and some spear guys rock up, you have to kind of reevaluate whether or not you want to fight them or you want to retreat, and that actually makes the combat so much more interesting because you're limited. It's really good.
I think so much more realistic as well because not every samurai back in the day was a master in every single stance.
No, there's no way you could dedicate your life to mastering those stances.
No.
You'd really struggle to master 2 of those stances because you think how little they actually did in real life fighting as well.
Yeah.
Nah.
And the other one is it. I've got Rayman. I've got to mention Rayman Legends. It's a great game. It's just fun. It's just a game to just have a good time with. You don't have to get serious about it or anything.
Yeah.
But the other one I really need to mention is Batman Arkham City. I play that game a lot because I'm obviously clearing the backlog, and it's still so good now on the PS3. It was probably one of the best games or best looking games on PS3, easy.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
It holds up really, really well still to this day. So.
It's interesting how some games, like Last of Us, I know, even if you want to play Last of Us on PS3 now, the good games stand up next so well. Like Witcher 3,
yeah, they do.
If Witcher 3 gets remastered, you can literally think it's it's a timeless game. So is Ghost of Tsushima as well, to be fair. Ghost of Tsushima is fantastic.
It is fantastic.
I think a game that, if part of games stick with you, I think that deserves a lot of respect because I play all of us who watching this, us three, we all play a lot of games, and it's good when you think of certain parts of games that stick with you. And I think the level when you attack a castle on Ghost of Tsushima and then on the axe is so good because you have so much going on. There's 20, 30 AI on your side, 20, 30 enemies. It's a little mini scale war, and you sort of progress up the castle. I remember playing that level thinking this level is so immersive, it's so fun. It really feels like you're taking a castle in a small scale battle. And props to them for making that level, definitely.
Yeah.
So,
what about yours, Lewis?
I've got a couple. I've played a lot of games, a lot of revolutionary games to me as a gamer this year. Ghost of Tsushima was on there, so we'll move past that one. I then put Bloodborne. I played it this year, January. Really changed my outlook on the rogue elements of games. I always knew I liked it, but I think Bloodborne really cemented that. I love that loop of getting as far as you can, then leveling up and going further. Ilya, you'll really enjoy it. It's not that hard of a game. It is hard, but it's doable. It's definitely doable. You just need to keep practicing it.
I think I keep saying I don't think it's a hard game. I think what it is getting used to the mechanics and how the game works is hard.
Yeah.
Because if you can pinpoint, well, in Bloodborne especially, the parrying. If you can master the parrying early on, most of the enemies are a joke. Any enemy you can parry or any boss you can parry, they just become an absolute joke.
But the parrying is hard because you have to learn how every single enemy attacks. That's the thing.
That's what I mean. It's the mastering the combat system and the mechanics. But even if you don't master the parrying, you can always master the iframes.
Yeah.
So you've got two things that is to your advantage. So once you master those, so if you manage to master it early on, I didn't. I didn't either. I mastered the dodging and the parrying near enough the end of the game.
Same. Chalice Dungeons is when I mastered the parrying.
Yeah, exactly. So
you have to, don't you?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Go on.
If you can do it early on, the game does become, I wouldn't say easy, but it doesn't become as daunting as what it seems.
I remember when I was playing it, you were like, "You've got to learn to parry. You've got to learn to parry." And I was like, I'm having so much fun playing it a certain way. And then you got that boss, and there's a video of me trying to do it. It's a lord, the fallen lord or something, and you have to parry. You cannot beat him in any other way. And I spent about 5 hours trying to beat him. 5 hours, the same boss, dying. And it's only about a 2-minute fight, so probably about 150, 200 attempts.
God damn.
But it is a great game, to be fair. The thing is, though, I say it's not hard because if you use the Hunter's Axe, you can kind of just kill so many of the basic game enemies. That's the thing. The Hunter's Axe, you've got this hold R2 button where it just spins around, and
that's cheese.
It is cheesing, to be fair. So I think maybe I did cheese probably about 50% of the game.
I did as well though. Yeah. The thing is, it's the most, even Ludwig's Blade.
Yeah.
when you get past the axe, even that's a cheesy weapon. That does so much damage.
It's got so much range as well.
Yeah,
That's how it works. Like,
but it's one of those. I mean, you play the game how you want to play it. I mean, different weapons is how you want to do it. If you can try. I still have a pet hate that the best looking weapon in the game you only get when you finish it.
I hate that as well.
Which is German's, but
it's so annoying that.
Yeah,
I find that so annoying that is the case, because I would have loved that weapon the whole game. I would have loved it. It would have been so cool. Next game, I've got a couple I want to quickly mention actually. Astro's Playroom. I know you haven't played it yet, Joe, but it's a 4-hour platinum. It's so fun. It's got so much nostalgia in it. You know, you have such a good time just running around being like... I mean, I didn't think it was an amazing game, but I think what they've done with it being free, 4 hours of just blissful fun. Like, it is a great game.
Takes you the nostalgia, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I really agree with this one, to be fair. Like, this was my actual platinum, like the day I got my PS5.
Same.
I finished this platinum. And I had so much fun. It's such a fun little platformer. Like, I think that everyone who has like a PS5 should definitely platinum this game.
Yeah, it's free. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
it's
you might as
suitable
well.
for everyone of all ages. Like, kids will love it. Like, people who've played, like, there's like every single character's got like a little appearance in it. Pretty much not every character, but most big characters, like Dante. Like, there's a little Dante in it. There's a like a Bloodborne bit in it. It's just great. There's loads of characters, and it's so awesome. Yeah, and I did the 100%. There's a few little time trials at the end, but they aren't hard at all. Like,
no, they're really manageable, to be fair.
I think I did them all about second try, if that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then I've got two more. Quickly mention Spider-Man Miles Morales. I think I had a lot of fun playing it. Really great game. Just takes everything Spider-Man did and makes it on a 60 frames per second. Beautiful, gorgeous game. It's a little bit shorter. Well, it's a lot shorter, and Miles Morales is so overpowered. The game is really, really easy, even on like a harder difficulty. But all in all, it's a fantastic game. Great little story as well. Loads of cool suits, and just really good web swinging. And finally, Remnant from the Ashes. So I was just fresh off Bloodborne. Remnant from the Ashes came out on PS Plus, and I just had such a good time with it. I think it's one of my favourite games on the PlayStation 4. It's just fantastic. It's just like Bloodborne, but with guns, essentially. And it's, for me, that I found it just so much more enjoyable. And it's got 3-player co-op as well. So there's so much going on. There's a lot of RNG, like with the bosses and stuff. It's just a great all-around game. If you haven't played it, it's about a 6 out of 10 difficulty, I would say. Because you have to, like Bloodborne. Bloodborne's not hard when you learn the game. Remnant's the same. Kind of like you pick the game. Once you've spent 15 hours in the game, you know what's going on. It's not hard. But the first 10, 15 hours can be tough. Like all the bosses, when you first face them, will be hard because they're all so different.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about the game. And it's like, as well, the bosses are random, so you can play the game. Every level, there's only 5 levels, but they're about an hour and a half to 2 hours long. But every level has 3 bosses, but there's actually 6 bosses in it. So every boss you face is random. So it's like you face different bosses every time, and it's really interesting. It's stellar. And the customization is better than Bloodborne, I have to say. Because you can change your mods and stuff on like your power ups and stuff on the fly, and the customization is really good, and you can like tailor your character to how you want to play it, the guns you want to use. It's really got really good customization. That's kind of where Bloodborne sort of isn't like that, but that's their choice, I suppose.
You kind of have to choose like 2 main weapons to use for the whole game, because you haven't got enough items to level up more than that. It's the same with Dark Souls. Like Dark Souls even do it worse because Dark Souls give you so many weapons to choose from, and it's the same thing. You can only really choose 2 that you want to use because that's all you can level up to a certain point. So it's having a game that you can literally swap around the weapons as you see fit and perks and stuff is a lot.
And you like level up your weapons,
freedom.
but like you level them up just using like in-game currency. So if you want to level up a weapon, you just go back and replay a level, get some more scrap, and just do it that way. So it's like you can always do it. It is pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty awesome game, I have to say. Is there any games we're looking forward to for this end of this year? We'll finish on this little question. Joel?
Elden Ring.
Is that coming out this year, is it?
Almost. It's like January, but like I think early January or mid-January.
It's like proper.
It's less than a year from now, that's for sure. So Elden Ring is on my radar. Well, it depends if I get a PS5 till then.
Well,
I don't want to. Even if it gets released, like God of War and stuff. Even if they get released on the PS4, I don't want to play them on the PS4 when they're really made for the PS5. I think it's.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd prefer to wait.
That is a very smart decision, which I heavily encourage. You'll be like things are even the 60 frames. Honestly, like I've gone from 30 to 60, and it's such a game changer. That's like that's why I waited for Ghost of Tsushima as well, because on PS5 it had a 60 frames per second boost, and it was like phenomenal, like absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it's definitely worth the wait.
See you joining the master race soon, just for the frames.
Probably. What about you, Ilya? Anything?
Honestly, not really. Like, I don't have like those big games I'm waiting for at the moment, except, well, obviously Horizon Forbidden West and God of War Ragnarok, but they're not coming out this year.
Yeah.
So I don't really have anything, but I might have missing something at the moment.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's only one game that I'm kind of interested for. Next year I'm looking forward to God of War, Horizon,
The main one.
Elden Ring, Sifu, which is like a little indie fighter, AAA fighter game.
That looks good.
And I'm interested by Arkham Knights. But they're all next year. This year, I'm interested. I've got my curiosity peaked, but not necessarily in a good way, which is for Guardians of the Galaxy at the end of the year. It's coming out, and I kind of want it to be good. I want it to be good. I'm a bit skeptical as to whether or not it's going to be good. It's kind of like, I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy feels like, again, it would be made for a co-op game. They decided to make it single player, which I think if every character is playable in different parts of the game, it could be good. So I'm keeping my heart. I'm not going to pre-order it. I'm going to wait till the reviews are out before I spend £50-60 on a 15-hour game. But there's a chance I probably am going to buy it if it's good at launch. So I think it'll be a good Christmas present. It'll have so many sales because of kids and Christmas and stuff. I think it'll be like a big seller this year.
The thing is, I've got that same thought with Arkham. Is it Arkham Knights?
Yes,
it's the same thing. Once you see Avengers and the type of game it is, anything that's sort of close to that, you kind of feel a bit nervous about it, because it's kind of along the same lines. And we know companies nowadays that just want to make the money.
You're kind of thinking though, right? If you make Arkham Knights, you're thinking, okay, right? We've got the Batman franchise, the Arkham City franchise, the Arkham franchise, and it is held in such high regards. And we've already got a really good combat system. And look at what Avengers did wrong. Avengers flopped. It was terrible. They released an empty game with a bad story, terrible loot system. Like, we need to take Arkham Knight, take some ideas from Avengers, but only the good stuff, and then build it into this game. It could be amazing. I feel like Avengers was always going to be a flop, whereas I feel like this could be excellent because of the base that they have with the Arkham series.
Is it Arkham Knight or Gotham Knights?
Gotham Knights. It's Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights. I thought so, because I think the Arkham thing is the Arkham franchise is closed now, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's set after Arkham Knight.
Because Batman isn't in the game, is it?
No. So it's spoilers for Arkham Knight. If you don't know what happens at the end of it, have you played it, Ilya?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, anyway, whatever. Batman's not there.
Yeah,
he leaves, and it's set after that. So it's a continuation from Arkham Knight. So it could. And like,
I've got high hopes. I think it's a shame if they mess it up, because look at what Batman's achieved. They've already did like a pretty half-assed job with Night compared to City.
I think it's another wait for the reviews game.
I
think like that with Guardians of the Galaxy, you kind of got to be like, I'm interested, but it's a big AAA developer, and they've been making absolutely garbage games. There's been more bad AAA games this year than there has been good. So
that's true.
And it's a really scary precedent where companies are just making garbage games just to pump you. They're more like in advertising and selling you this. They'd rather sell a bad product to more people than a good product to a smaller amount of people for the money, whatever. But
and it's respectable companies as well. Companies that we wouldn't really expect it from.
Yeah, CD Projekt Red. I got so burned on this pre-order. I actually pre-ordered it because that was horrendous. CD Projekt Red.
That was like your grandma giving you a pie with shit in it. That's what it's like. You trust your grandma to just look after you, and then she gives you a pie with turd in. That's literally what CD Projekt Red did. Also Square Enix as well, though, with Avengers. Like, Square Enix have become a really hit and miss company where they're making some great games and some terrible games. You shouldn't have great games and bad games. You should have you can't. What's going on in the company where they're making amazing games like Final Fantasy VII, then they're making games like Avengers. I know they didn't make them, I know they're publishing them, but still, you know what I mean? They're still involved in the games. Just quite a lot.
Yeah, of course. They overview the process.
Yeah.
They just want the dollar.
Dollar bills, yo! Okay, what we'll do is we'll wrap things up. Ilya, do you have any final thoughts today?
Well, thank you so much for having me here. It was really fun. It was very exciting. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much for coming on. So guys, obviously I'll leave the links to everyone's channels down below. Iliya's definitely got some good content. I watch them a lot. We've developed quite a little friendship going on over the past couple of months talking about YouTube and stuff. Anything from yourself, Joel?
Yeah, I mean, I know we've been talking, slagging off a bit, Square Enix and EA, CD Projekt, but if you guys want to sponsor us, we could always be, you could always change our mind somehow. I don't know how, but
Well, we could change it to like the Platinum Square podcast or Platinum Square Enix podcast, or get tattoos on our head, just I love EA, whatever. Yeah,
we could help each other out.
Yeah,
we could be persuaded. That's all I need.
£10
have to say.
Okay, on that, we'll wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.